Hey guys, Flynn again. So I got a hold of, actually the doctor contacted me, um, and said that yes, it is not supposed to look like that, and that they call it, I guess, a wound separation. So basically, it's opened up, and not really sure why. Shouldn't really tell me why, but that it does happen. It's unfortunate that it happened so soon, and it's a little bit of a setback. She did say though that like most of the time they do close up, um, the the gap in between the two sides of where it's basically it died. The skin that was together is now gone. What was the scab was the skin, and so she said that it a lot of the time will fill in with new skin. It takes much longer, but sometimes it doesn't. And depending on how far the separation is, they might have to go back in and stitch it closed. Now I don't know with that. I mean, it is a pretty big distance, and the way that mine is, it's like the sutures went up, and so that part has split, the up and down part, and side to side has also split, and so it's almost like a cross. They would have to do a side to side and up and down stitch, I would assume. I don't know how tight though the sutures would be. Just from doing a little bit of research, they say any kind of tension on sutures can also create that. So I don't know how much tension was there originally, and maybe that's why it split. So I don't know if they would have to actually like use a skin graft from somewhere to cover it and then stitch around the skin graft to what's remaining there. I would say it's probably anywhere from probably quarter inch. Um, I would say that it's probably about the size of a nickel around. So the space that's open is probably around the size of a nickel, maybe a little bit bigger. Definitely not a quarter size, I don't think. But from end to end, that's about the distance. So how much they have to work with to either bring it back together and or it's going to fill in by itself. But anyway, she prescribed me some antibiotic cream to put on around the edges. She said not necessarily in the hole itself. It's like Neosporin, but like 3 times the like, potency of it. So it didn't hurt putting it on or anything, but it's definitely like itchy down there. I told her about the scent that I was kind of smelling. She said no, it didn't look infected to her. It just looked like the separation, whatever they call it, the wound separation, which is basic. I mean, to me, it almost looks like kind of like necrosis, like dying tissue that's now opened and has to now be put back together. So, um, I hate that this is happening. Like, I really hoped that I would, like, I take care of myself and that I wasn't gonna have any complications. Because I've heard stories like people who smoke and like their fistulas and everything else, and I haven't even gotten to that part yet. I can't even get past the wound itself healing. So I have a follow up appointment in person on Friday back in LA, so that hopefully they can everybody can look at it and say what we need to do next. I have just a gut feeling that they might have to go in and stitch it back up. I feel like there's too much of a gap to throw a few stitches in. So it sucks. But anyway, I gotta put the cream on twice a day until I see them, and I'll know more Friday, I guess. Whether or not I'll be going back in under the knife or what. So anyway, there's the update.